Welcome to Ascend and Awaken, a life of balance. In today's video, we turn to one of the most profound spiritual texts ever written, the Bhagavad Gita. Often called the Song of the Divine, this ancient scripture is a conversation between the warrior Arjuna and his charioteer, Lord Krishna, who is both his guide and a manifestation of the divine. Their dialogue unfolds in the middle of a battlefield, but its teachings echo in the quiet battles of our own lives, the internal struggles between fear and faith, duty and doubt, ego and soul. In this video, we'll explore the Gita's core lessons and how they can help you walk your own path with strength, clarity, and spiritual integrity. Let us begin with the setting. The Bhagavad Gita forms a part of the great Indian epic, the Mahabharata. Arjuna, a noble warrior of the Pandava clan, is standing at the edge of war. He sees friends, teachers, cousins, people he loves, on both sides of the battlefield. Overwhelmed by sorrow and moral conflict, he puts down his bow. This moment mirrors our own spiritual paralysis when we are torn between what is easy and what is right. It is in this vulnerable moment that Lord Krishna begins to speak timeless truths that transcend the battlefield itself. One of the Gita's most vital teachings is about dharma, or sacred duty. Dharma is more than just a job or responsibility. It is the soul's unique calling, the part you are meant to play in the great drama of life. Krishna encourages Arjuna to rise above personal emotion and act from a higher place. Even when the path is uncomfortable or painful, we are called to show up with integrity and courage. When you align with your dharma, life becomes meaningful. Not always easy, but always purposeful. Reflect on what your dharma might be. Where are you being called to serve, to speak up, to show up, even if no one notices? Another powerful teaching from the Gita is non-attachment to outcomes. Krishna tells Arjuna, "Do your duty, but do not concern yourself with the results." In a world obsessed with success, metrics, and validation, this is revolutionary advice. It shifts our focus from control to presence. When we detach from the outcome, we become free to act from our heart, not our fear. Success becomes less about external reward and more about internal alignment. The Gita also emphasizes self-knowledge, the awareness of our eternal nature. Krishna reminds Arjuna that the true self, the Atman, is never born and never dies. It cannot be harmed, burned, or broken. When we remember this, our fear lessens. This teaching is more than metaphysics. It's a practical shift in how we see ourselves. You are not your job, your mistakes, or your past. You are an eternal spark of the divine. In moments of despair, remind yourself, I am not this fear. I am not this failure. I am the awareness behind it all. Let's talk about meditation and inner discipline. Krishna offers a path of yoga, not just the physical poses, but union with the divine. Through breath, stillness, and focus, we learn to master the mind. He says, a person is elevated by the self, not degraded by the self. This reminds us that our own mind can be our greatest ally or our worst enemy. Through daily practice, we cultivate steadiness, compassion, and clarity, becoming spiritual warriors who carry peace into every moment. One of the most moving parts of the Gita is Arjuna's surrender. When he says, I am your disciple, please instruct me, it's a moment of radical openness. Surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means trusting something higher than our ego. We stop trying to figure everything out alone and open ourselves to divine wisdom. This can come through prayer, silence, nature, or inspired text. When we surrender, we let go of the burden of control and receive the grace of guidance. Courage in the Gita is not about fearlessness, it's about action despite fear. Arjuna is terrified. He doesn't feel ready, but Krishna doesn't coddle him. He lovingly calls him back to truth. This is what spiritual growth looks like, not the absence of struggle, but the commitment to rise again. Where in your life are you being called to take courageous action? What would it look like to trust even if you're trembling? As the dialogue ends, Arjuna stands up transformed. He says, "My doubts are gone. I will act." This is the true goal of the Gita, not just knowledge, but action aligned with soul wisdom. We study not to accumulate spiritual facts, but to embody truth in daily life, in relationships, choices, and service. The Gita is a mirror, a map, and a mantra for all of us navigating the human experience with divine intention. So, as you walk your own path, remember this: you are Arjuna, and the battlefield is within. The chariot of your life is guided by divine wisdom, if you dare to listen. May the Gita inspire you to act with love, to release attachment, and to find peace in the middle of life's chaos. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to Ascend and Awaken for more soul-centered content on ancient wisdom and spiritual growth. Peace, love, and light to you on your continual spiritual journey.